Guys, hello. So before I officially start my speech, I'd like to invite or request everyone to think of the last time na nakaranas kayo ng hiya. Hiya! So, don't worry, hindi yun siya sasabihin later. I just want you to think of that exact moment. So habang iniisip nyo yung experience nyo wherein nakaranas kayo ng hiya, I'd like to share with you some definitions or direct translations of hiya that I found on the internet. When we think of hiya, some people associate it with shame, while others see it as a form of shyness or embarrassment. Kapag medyo social ka naman, isipin mo na hiya is propriety. So, ngayon, saan, kailan, at paano naman nangyayari yung hiya? It is not common to ask these questions nor think of it as an issue. I honestly would not have thought of this had it not been for our final speech. But I do understand why we chose not to question hiya as a Filipino value because it has been assimilated into and nurtured in our culture. For example, yung first on-site class natin sa speech therapy, hindi pa tayo magkakakilala, di ba? So, for example, gusto niya ako maging kaibigan and obviously mahihain ako. Ang normal na response ko sa inyo would be to say, hello, na sa sobrang hina ay hindi nyo na marinig. Another example is when our friend invites us na gumala, pero we have a super busy schedule. Instead of outright saying no to them, dahil mahihain tayo, sinasabi natin na, hindi ko sure, try ko pumunta, or hindi pa ako nagpapaalam. Isa pang example is yung ginagawa ko ngayon. Kapag nakalimutan ko yung sasabihin ko, mapapahiya talaga ako. At mapapasabi na lang ko ng, Your Honor, hindi ko na po alam. But in reality, hiya is deeper than our preconceived notions of shame and shyfulness. The study of Boyle and Leaning on shame as a social phenomenon reveals to us na it is not just experienced but also induced by particular groups, such as our family and yung community na kinabibilangan natin. So let me reintroduce myself muna. I am Oscar and I came from a very conservative family who up to this day still practice traditional family values. By the way, they live in the province sa Batangas. And so whenever, or kung summer or break, my mom and I would visit them. Pero ginagamit ko lagi yung excuse na, Ma, ikaw na lang pumunta, busy pa kasi ako mag-aral. Looking at it now, hindi ko rin naman masisisi yung sarili ko. I mean, sino ba naman kasi matutuwa, especially when you're in a stage of your life where you are trying to explore your sexuality. Tapos yung maririnig mo pang comments from your relatives ay, Uy, may girlfriend ka na, no? Huwag ka muna mag-aasawa, huwag ka muna magbubuntis. So, they also used to tease me kasi mahilig ako maglaro ng toys that are for girls. Halimbawa na lamang ito, yung luto-lutuan, at yung pinaka-favorite ko sa lahat, yung My Little Pony. Kasi masaya magtaritas ng buhok. And minsan, inaasar din nila ako during family gatherings. Kasi may mannerisms are considered to be stereotypically feminine. Kaya kapag nakikita nila ako, sinasabi nila sa akin, Uy, Oscar, sabihin mo nga, lolokoy ako. While they may see it as a light-hearted joke, mas nakaranas lang ako lalo ng confusion at kahihiyan. So fast forward to today, napaisip ako kung bakit may mga tao katulad ng relatives ko na hindi pa rin progressive yung pag-iisip nila when it comes to mga issue such as yung sexuality. May internet na naman para mas madali natin maintindihan tong mga to, pero bakit kaya pilit nilang kinukulong yung isipan nila sa isang konsepto? Now, if you're going to ask me for my answer, I would say na it is because of panitikan or children's books. The study of Lack and Peterson's revealed to us that children's books influence a child's early cognitive development. Kaya nga, mapapansin nyo, ever since nursery pa lamang tayo, na-encounter na natin yung mga children's books. From myths to legends, lahat yan na-encounter na natin. Kasi according to our teacher, may mapupulot tayong mga aral dito. Para mas madali natin maunawaan ito, tingnan natin yung mainstream media. Yung movies nila Vice Ganda at Decision Haradiya. kung mapapansin nyo ay kaunti lang currently yung representation of queer experiences. So from this, makikita natin na although magkakalayo yung year kung kailan sila ipinalabas, at although magkakaiba yung characters na pinoportray nila, nakukulong sa pagiging comedian at pagiging stereotypical na bakla yung pinoportray nila na character. And I'm not saying na may mali sa ginagawa nila. No, hindi yun yung gusto kong iparating kasi mali yun. It's just that as a queer myself, kung ito yung makikita ng younger self ko, mas lalo kong pa-questionin yung sarili ko. Kung ako nga na matanda na, hindi ko pa rin maintindihan yung sarili ko at hinahanap ko pa rin yung identity ko, paano na lamang yung mga mas bata pa sa akin na hindi na-expose sa ganitong diskurso at hindi nila fully ma-express yung mga sarili nila kasi ayaw nilang mapahiya. By now, siguro mapapansin nyo na yung mga binigay kong personal experiences of hiya ay may negative connotation. Pero it doesn't always have to be that way. Hayaan nyo akong magpaliwanag. Pero before all that, may gagawin muna tayong simple activity. So, I have here with me a candy. At ibibigay ko siya sa'yo. So, ang gagawin nyo lang is, depende sa inyo kung ipapasa nyo siya sa katabi nyo or kakainin nyo. Antayin ko kung hanggang makarating siya sa pang-apat na person. So, yun. Magtataka siguro kayo kung bakit ko ito pinagawa sa inyo. Well, it is a representation kung anong nangyayari sa tahanan nating mga Pilipino. Mapapansin nyo na kapag kumakain tayo with our family, may natitirang ulam minsan. Say for example, isang pirasong Shanghai. And hindi natin yun kinukuha because our mind dictates us to think of others. Iniisip na, pag kinuha natin yung Shanghai, ibig sabihin nun na we only think of ourselves and wala tayong pake sa iba. Pero obviously, kakainin nyo yan kapag sinabi ko sa inyo na, uy, huwag ka nang mahiya, kainin mo na yan. Kainin mo na. So, from this, makikita natin na the Filipino value of hiya ay hindi lamang nakukulong sa shame and shyfulness. Rather, hiya as a Filipino value is something that teaches us to think of others as kapwa, or to see someone as a member of our own family and not just a mere stranger. Now, imagine if we transform that hiya into honor. To transform hiya into honor is a call for us to have sensitivity to others. Sa konteksto ng lipunang Pilipino, sa halip na kinakahiya kita kasi bakla ka, ang maririnig ng mga batang katulad ko, paano kung marinig nila sa kanilang mga magulang ay hindi ka naiiba? Di ba ang ganda pakinggan kung tuturuan natin yung iba to be more sensitive to others? Wala sigurong bakla ang makakaranas ng pang-insulto sa kanilang mga tahanan o kaya naman sa kung papasok sila sa eskwelahan. Alam niyo ba kung anong mas kinakatuwa ko pa? Currently ay unti-unti na nating tinatanggap yung positive aspect of hiya. So, I'd like to share with you guys some posts and articles that I found online. So, ito, from KJA Guiding Solutions, may pinost sila sa LinkedIn. Hiya is a nuanced cultural compass guiding respectful communication through mindful propriety. It creates an environment where hiya coexists with a culture of open dialogue. Isa pang example, an article that was posted sa Los Angeles Times, how hiya, kapwa, and other cultural values play a role in Filipino-American mental health. It allows them to learn healthy ways of communicating and expressing their feelings. Last example, from a post made by Becky Says on Twitter, #Pride sa lubong. Hindi ka nag-iisa, hindi ka naiiba, hindi ka abnormal. From these examples, makikita natin na hiya as a positive Filipino value ay hindi lang nakukulong sa karanasan ng mga bakla, kasi we are all capable of transforming hiya into something more meaningful. Ngayon, hindi ko alam kung saan ako dadalhin ng speech ko na to. Maaring paglabas ko ng classroom na to ay makalimutan nyo na yung mga sinabi ko. Pero sana kahit papaano ay maitanim o maitatak natin sa ating mga isipan ang kahalagahan ng sensitivity. Sana makita natin ang hiya, hindi lamang dahil sa shame or shyfulness, kundi ang pagkakaroon ng hiya ay pagkakaroon ng pagmamahal, pag-uunawa, pakikisama, at higit sa lahat, pakikipagkapwa. Yun lamang po. Thank you.